Well, what's up guys, I'm Chris Doughty, aka Doughtinator. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome to my temporary recording studio. This is a Peugeot 208 GT. My car is in the garage right now, so God knows how much that's going to cost me to fix it. But that is not the point in this video. We're going to go racing in Gran Turismo 7 Mazda Roadster Touring Cars at the new Road Atlanta track in Gran Turismo 7. How does this track work out? This is my second ever race at this track. I barely did a couple of laps of practice with a randomly okay-ish qualifying time, and we're going to be starting 6th, 7th, 8th on the grid now. So it is a good start. Welcome to the chaos of grid starts. Please, let's have more grid starts in Gran Turismo 7 sport mode. But going into turn 1, we've gained a position with shenanigans off the line. And it's quite a sweeping first corner here. Run wide, you are in a whole lot of pain if you get two wheels on the outside on the grass here. Bit of a blind turning point at this right-hander. And you know what, guys, I'm going to come out and say it. I don't like the Road Atlanta track. I think there's too many blind turning points. That one in particular, we're going to cause some problems a little later on. But we have managed to get on the outside of two cars through that sequence of corners here, and we're up to 5th position. Where can we get in this race? Let me know in the comments below. How have you been finding Daily Race C this week in Gran Turismo 7? My first race this week was an absolute disaster. I just didn't have the familiarity with the car or the track, and it just about a minute behind the race leader to finish. But this race seems to be starting a whole lot better than it did before, and we have got the slipstream of the third place guy. Are we going to be able to put a move on here? We're going to favour him, give him the flashes, let him know we're coming, let him know we're going to give him assistance, and a bit of a bump draft now. So we're going to work together, get that move done on G-Star, and see how this one's going to play out. I'm outside in the braking zone, just at the board, which isn't there in practice. So we're going to run wide. We've given the space on the inside. We're a little bit stuck to the inside, and a really poor corner exit from ourselves. And G-Star's managed to get past both of us. And look on the radar now, swarms of cars. One to the inside, one almost to the inside of me now, to my rear three-quarter, and we're just about going to survive that one. Into turn 1, this is a difficult one because you don't brake too hard, but there is a car to the inside, a little bit of space. We just cleared him very, very closely there, but he has got a penalty. Hopefully we could break away when we get to the penalty line through this sequence of corners at Road Atlanta. And my God, a bit of a swaz there coming in. We're on the racing hard tyres, so we do have good grip in these Roadster Touring Cars. But they are quite snappy. Certainly under braking, you cannot really deviate your line as the car wants to over rotate just a little bit wide there. Did we hit track limits? Oh, I'm not too sure about that one. It was very close, just on the line, I think, and I think we've got away with it. So track limits just about inboard there, and the cars are battling ahead. How is this one going to play out? Running in 5th position now. Lead 2 seem to have checked out. Where can I come in this race? Will I get a top 5? Is the podium on the cards? Let me know in the comments below. We've got cars behind us on the horn, it seems. Not happy with that penalty. So he's going to be dropped. Absolutely perfect for us, and we are closing into these two cars ahead now. What are we going to do into braking zone? I think I'm going to play it cautiously here. And yeah, whoa, a bit of swaz. I was saying on the brakes, once you're on the brakes in these cars, be careful changing directions because it just wants to over rotate. Almost lost the car and piled into a few guys in front of me there. As we're going to come across the line to finish lap number 2, start lap number 3, and we've gained some positions to where we started. Started 8th, up to 5th. Where will we end up? Turn 1 is a very difficult corner. Down a gear to 4th gear and flowing through here nicely. I didn't carry enough speed through there, so I can make some improvements. The braking zone here on the dotted white line, and then flowing through there. Difficult corner. That is not a good corner. They should have some kind of bollard or cone marker on the inside. It's just a blind corner. If you're playing cockpit view or anything lower, then I think that's going to be a super difficult corner. Just getting dropped a little bit now in no man's land. We are on a purple lap time though, so our pace isn't too bad through that first sector. This is quite a nice corner. I like flowing into here, dropping to 3rd gear and just flowing in. And this corner is deceptively tight, and it really needs to get a good drive at here because you carry this speed all the way down the back straight, and it's difficult to get a good exit. So yeah, we are just stranded here in no man's land. A little bit gap to the front, a little bit gap behind. I just need to focus on running consistent lap times and see what can happen. With it being a new track for Gran Turismo 7, a lot of people will be new to it. On the brakes now into the chicane before the final corner. a little bit wide there, a little bit deep on the brakes. Need to work on that one. Oh, I tell you what, if you get out wide on that curve there, that is an instant spin. You might need to make sure you keep your wheels at least on the exit curve through the final corner. Finishing lap number 3, starting lap number 4, and we get a personal best lap time there, but we are a little bit off the pace of the drivers ahead. It seems much better through turn 1, carrying a lot more speed, looking for the braking line, looking to turn in not too aggressively. Cutting that corner, that right-hander, is an instant penalty, and that's a way to sack off your race. Through these corners here, it's mostly flat, but it's important to get the line right to make sure you can flow through. Brakes and downshift to third for this one. Oh dear, that has got to be a penalty. Although I did go purple in that first sector. Is it a penalty? Oh, here we go. That's the penalty we were expecting. And the penalty line at this Road Atlanta track is halfway down the back straight, and we're going to be serving it right now. We do have a gap behind, so I think we might be okay, but man, these penalties hurt quite a lot. Luckily in this Roadster, it just scrubs off a little bit of speed, but yeah, it's not good. As you see, almost halfway down the back stretch here. Oh, that's going to hurt. Looking at the delta to the car behind, I think we'll end up losing more than half a second, which is not ideal, but yeah, we are losing to the leaders. This is not going well. The top 5 looks like it's slipping away, guys. Will we get caught from the drivers behind? But it really doesn't matter. Driving these MX-5s or Roadsters around this Road Atlanta circuit is fantastic. It is absolutely peak Gran Turismo content. It's so much fun to drive. I still don't like the track, but driving these Mazda Roadsters, I love them. They're so much fun. They've not got enough power. You can be aggressive, and we are whoa pushing the limits of turn 1 there. Touch that outside grass and you're going to get sucked off into the barrier, no questions asked. And that was a nice corner through there, or was it too nice? Is that track limits to the inside? I think we're okay. So I think we've got ourselves back on form. Now looking ahead, it looks like the drivers ahead are bunching up. And the best thing with this track is when you get into a battle with somebody, you can lose so much time racing guys, because the straights you can pass on, the corners you can get alongside, and it's going to cost you plenty of time. So looking forwards, that was a nice corner exit there, so we should have a great run down the back stretch here. Skipping forwards midway through lap number 6 and through the treacherous left-hander, it looks like there's been a bit of a coming together. 2 drivers there going off, and we're going to be promoted to 4th position. And I think we have a slowing driver ahead now, so if we get a great run out of this next corner, we could just hook into the slipstream and start to close that gap. Bit of swaz on corner exit, we'll catch it nicely, and I think we're just inside slipstream distance. Hopefully that's going to be able to bridge that gap and just pull us away from the drivers behind. It is a really long back straight, certainly in these Mazda Roadsters, which don't have the highest of top speeds, 210, 220 kilometers by the end of the straight, and we are really being sucked off here, almost into the braking zone. Almost thought about a move there, but we're going to take it pretty conservatively and look to get the move done on the next lap, maybe into that same corner. But for now, we're going to focus on hitting our marks, not get distracted by the car ahead, use the car to benchmark our speed, and hopefully not get stuck and lose time to the drivers ahead and behind. Bit of swaz from the driver ahead now, much tighter exit from ourselves, looking to hit the braking marker perfectly into this dogleg right-hander, and we get through there quite nicely. The driver ahead is pretty fast through this section, so we've got our work cut out to try and make anything happen here, but off the back of a little mistake, perhaps the nerves are showing, and we get a nice slide through there just to the edge of the track limits. That is absolutely perfect. A little bit off our personal best lap times so far, but we should be in slipstream distance. We need to get a great exit from the last corner. I feel quite strong in these 2 corners here, so hopefully it's going to work out quite nicely. In focusing on corner exit, absolutely fantastic corner exit there, firmly in the slipstream of the driver ahead. And now we're going to think about setting our sights on getting the move done. Clearing him should be no problem at all. I'd ideally want to go to the left hand side, but he is defending that line, so we're going to go to the right hand side. We're going to have to send it on the brakes with a slight bit of an advantage into the braking zone, but we still need to be brave on the brakes now. So get on the brakes at that marker board, and we are all good. A little bit too hot on there in corner entry. Had to compromise the corner exit now. Check out the radar. Is he going to come back at me through this final corner? This final corner I got a bit lost with, to be honest. I didn't really know the exact line, but he's got a great run down the start finish straight and into is he going to move into turn one? Oh, this is risky stuff. We're going to give him some space on the inside and try and get the switch back, but he's going to come in hot and really slide it through there. Fantastic driving from that guy. Absolutely brave stuff. I wouldn't send a move into turn one. Maybe a little later in the week when I've got a bit more familiar, but for me, turn one is a dangerous place to do it. So hats off to you. Fantastic stuff, but that is going to compromise a little bit. We're going to have to make that move happen again on the back straight. Again, coming into my two confident corners. Let's see how this one's going to play out. I should have a much better run onto the back straight now, but do I want to pass him or do I want to wait? Let's try. Got to try and think about what's the best thing to do here. It's a bit of a game of chess, really. Oh, we've got a fantastic run off the corner, so passing him is not going to be a problem on the straight, but is the same thing going to happen again? Let's give him a bit of a bump. We'll try and extend the gap to the drivers behind, but I do want to be in front of him into the next corner. So we're going to get snip to the inside, get the overlap done, get him on the brakes, and hopefully try and get a better final corner exit. Flown through here. He's still to the inside, actually. I've got to give him some space. So that's not worked out for me. I don't know if we're clear or not. We're just about clear, but I can feel a turn one move coming once again. Let's be aware of that one. Check out the radar now, guys. Let's just see. Yet to the inside. He's going to make that move happen again. So we're going to be safe again. Try and get the cutback up the hill, but that's not going to work out. This car just doesn't have the drive off the corner. So that little sequence of events is just going to keep happening. So how am I going to play this one, guys? All the time we're battling, the gap to the drivers behind is coming down, so they're closing in, and he's gone very wild through that series of S-bends there, and he's not going to have a very good exit here. Looking back, I think we're clear on the drive line. Should I send it into this corner? Oh, why not? Let's try and switch it up a little bit. Let's get the move done earlier and see how things play out down the back straight. So we are ahead now, and we will be ahead exiting the corner onto the back straight. Need to get a good drive out the corner, to which we do, I think. But there's no question here. He's going to have the slipstream on me, and well, it's going to be his choice to which side he's going to pass. I'm going to keep to the left-hand side, shepherd him to the right, and see what happens. Just going to open it up. Maybe I'm going to give him the choice. Let's see what he wants to do. Where does he want to go? He wants to go to the inside for the braking zone. I'm going to try and send it around the outside on the brakes, late braking, sweeping it around, leaving some space to the inside, and we're going to hang it out there nicely. Wide on corner exit, not ideal. Still ahead into the final corner, but just overlap to the inside, so we need to leave this space. He's going to get the move done just before the start finish line. This is fantastic tactical racing. Just subtle differences between how we decide to pass each other is going to have an effect on whether we can do it on the next corner, let him go, bump draft him. It's all a bit of a tactical move here. And now we need to play this one right, because we're going to be closed in. It's going to become more than a two-car race right now. I'm going to send it on the outside here. I think better of doing that. I'm going to file back in line and look to send it again on the radar now. Look, guys, the chasing pack have caught up. So this is going to be a decisive move here. What am I going to do? Is that track limits? He was very wide there. I don't know if that's going to be a track limit. I'm going to send it to the inside. I definitely need to get here a little back to the grass. I want to clear him down the back straight. Oh, I didn't quite make that move happen. Hopefully he needs to get a good drive and get by him on the straight. And there are cars behind. Who are they going to favour in this drag race? I'm going to go to the inside now, which is going to be the outside for the final, for the next corner. And we've got a bump draft assistance, so we have been favoured here, up to third position in this race. But we've got a hungry pack behind us, and no one to help out from the front. So let's see how this one's going to go. Lap 10 we're on right now, into the braking zone. We get that move done, and we need to try and protect ourselves through the final corner. And also turn one, we are weak through there, and someone's gone to the inside again on the final corner. Let me know in the comments below, what am I doing wrong with the final corner of this track? My line must be all sorts of wrong here. So to the inside, insane bolt, and he's going to get that move done. Back down to fourth position, a little bit wide through turn one, and we are under severe threat from the drivers behind. And in fact, someone just on the inside that just about backs out of that one, and we really need to be not losing the slipstream of the driver ahead now. Fast driver from the back of the pack. Maybe it was an first lap incident that dropped him back, but yeah, look, he's got some pace right there, and we might just about be in slipstream distance if we can get a fantastic exit from the final corner, leading onto the back straight. But he's got a bit of a gap on us. Let's see how this one's going to play out. Need to get a really good exit here, guys. All about that second gear car rotation on the throttle early, a little bit of swaz control from the steering wheel, and I think we've got slipstream, guys. I think we're good, and the driver behind probably has slipstream on us, but we should be being dragged along here. Let's see what the closing speed is by the time. We'll put a bit of draft avoidance there from the driver ahead. How's this going to play? We're on lap number 11, about to finish lap number 11 in fact, and we are going to get on the brakes into the final. Oh, I didn't expect to go for that move. That was a bit of a late braking from me, but he's run wide and he's dropped the car on the corner exit. I think I maybe forced him into that move by that. I don't know if that was a dive from me, but I thought my closing speed for the corner was okay, but he just was coming in front of me. I had to switch lines to throw it to the inside. Let me know what you think of that one in the comments below. We're on the final lap of the race, and I'm back up to third position now. I just need to hold this one off. I don't think we've got the pace of the driver behind, but am I going to be able to bring it home in third position, grab a podium out of this unexpected result here? Skipping forward to the final corner of the race, and I do bring it home in third position. What a fantastic race that was. I really enjoyed that. The Mazda Roadster Touring Cars are so much fun to drive. The new track, I'm not a fan of the track, but it's so well created, and it makes good racing. The long back straight really has an effect on how you decide to play the race. Let me know what you think of that in the comments below. If you have enjoyed this video, hit the like button, subscribe if you haven't already. I'm back making GT7 content. Thank you very much for watching, and we'll catch you in the next one.